Alright, super quick update for VeChain. So if we start off on the daily, you can currently see we are forming this M pattern. Either way, we are Ming down at the moment. We do have a level of support right here at the 618 Fibonacci, which we have temporarily broken below on the daily. I would ideally like to see this range of the 618 Fibonacci and this line down here. You can see this would be your neckline of this M pattern. If we did have a breakdown, we've got touch points on these candle closes down here and touch points on these wicks. I think this is probably the best line to define the breakdown. The breakdown target of the M pattern is really not too bearish at all. It is only down here at 5.385 cent. And if we do proceed to have a breakdown from the M target, the worst it will get, in my opinion, is a retest of the 786, which would be a 14% decrease. Do I think we're moving down all the way to the 786? I actually don't think we're moving down there. And here's why. I've talked about this in my last VeChain videos, but we are having a much more macro momentum shift. When you look at the daily and you focus on the squeeze mom at the bottom of my screen, you can see that these markets move in cycles. We had an uptrend in favor of the bulls and we had a downtrend in favor of the bears, and we always move like this. We have these peaks and troughs and peaks and troughs as we move, and the market always moves in bullish and bearish waves. The last time we had a bullish impulse, we were losing bearish momentum down here on the 27th of February. We rounded out a bottom and we had a huge impulse in favor of the bulls, and then you can see we moved over into a bearish phase and we rolled all the way down to here. And now we are currently coiling up around this accumulation range. In this box, if you want to consider this an accumulation range, it has not been going out for too long. We are currently sitting in the M pattern accumulation range though, so I would like to see us hold this. A breakdown of 5.769 on the daily would mean that we're at least coming down to 5.391. Worst case scenario, coming down to 5 cent to have a 14% retrace. I don't think that's the most likely scenario, and I'll show you why. If we focus on Bitcoin, Bitcoin is currently in an ascending channel. It looks pretty bearish on the daily. Well, I mean, that's arguable if it looks bearish, but in my opinion, we're having a nice retest right now, which is a higher low than the retest we put in literally 4 days ago. So or 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 days ago. I mean, time flies by fast in crypto. The last bottom we were having in 4 days ago was at 38,500. Now we're up here putting in a bottom at 39,500. It's just funny how quick people get bearish about these things, but as I pointed out earlier, we are having a momentum shift for Bitcoin as well. I do think Bitcoin is gearing up for a move back up to 49,000. And if we come over to the 4 hour, so we can check out the bounce that recently happened in the past 4 hour, while the bears have moved down slightly as we have had this pull down. In my opinion, this is a fake out on the 4 hourly momentum. In the past 8 hours, well, this 4 hourly candle has just opened, but in the 4 hourly candle before that, just before I started recording, Bitcoin put in a very nice 4 hourly candle that has not been rivaled with since the 1st of April. So I think we're going to have a bottom around this region. I do expect that we are going to take some time and potentially chop around here. I think we could even do something like this, where we have a dead cat bounce and then maybe put in a higher low once again at 39.6. I don't necessarily think we're going to be out of here straight away, because if we look at the daily, there were multiple times where you can see we came back again before having a move, and then here we came back again before having a move. Here we only came back once, here we came back twice here. So most of the time we do come back for these double retests of this ascending channel before we do get out of here. I could expect that this could be one of the retests, but it is just a insignificant wick right here in my opinion. So I think we could have a bounce back up, a higher low for Bitcoin before we do start to W out. In my opinion, that will be very bullish for VeChain in the short to mid-term. So let's hope VeChain can get continuation. You can also see we're putting in a higher low right now, so it would really be good in the lower time frames to see that momentum shift start to kick in within the next day or so. I don't want to see a break below 5.777. If we do, we would have been breaking down below this M pattern, and in my opinion, we'll probably come to the M M pattern or the 786 Fibonacci down here at 5 cent. I don't necessarily think that's going to happen. Bear in mind, we would need a daily close below 5.777, not just an insignificant wick, because we've had wicks before and we've been right out of there. I think VeChain looks good. I think VeChain is getting ready for a big accumulation phase, back to the upside in favor of the bulls. That's all I've got for you today for VeChain. My personal price target is just coming back up to this previous local top up here, which was a 53% increase, so very nice. That's all I've got for you for VeChain. I think VeChain looks pretty good. Let me know what you think below. As always, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Cowboy out. Peace.